guys, I'm back here with another video. This one's gonna be a little different, but first I want to put out a mention of a couple things that happened the other day. So you guys probably saw I did a cold start video, right? There was this whole cold start challenge. I decided, you know what, let's get in on it, see what happens. There's a whole competition between a few YouTubers to do it, and you know, so I did it on both my cars. I completely killed the battery in this thing. But then, the thing is, in Stitch, I thought I killed the battery in her. Turns out, that wasn't the case. Yeah, like, cause not last night, but the night before, you know, when I was doing it, I had it to the point of where you turn it, and you just hear the whirring of the starter solenoid, right? That's the only sound it was making. It's like, ooh, okay, I thought I killed the battery, but then, jumping in the next morning, fired right up. It's just like, gotta hand it to Napa batteries, they're pretty good. This Motomaster though, it's a 6-year-old battery and it's on its last legs, I think. It still works and everything, but you have to have the car plugged in, otherwise it's gonna kill the battery. Yeah, anyways, for those of you that haven't been to the channel before, welcome. My name is Katarina Lloyd, and this is Katarina's Garage, where we mostly play with Fox Body Mustangs. Although, as you can see from some of my other content, if you scroll through, I do a bunch of different stuff, and I'm not just the Fox Body Queen. Honestly, I love Mopars and AMCs the most, but Fox Bodies have been drawing my attention lately. So, with that in mind, this video is going to be about if... Sorry. If you're having a hard time selling a vehicle, you know, what do you do to improve your chances of selling a vehicle in an ad? And the thing is, because I just had this morning, I just like, because there's this guy that was selling a 53 Ford Crestline for 10 grand. He had one picture, no other information on it. And it's like, I was just giving the guy a little bit of advice. It's like, you're not going to sell your car that way, right? You know, and yeah, there will be times when you write an ad and you'll have to repeat yourself to buyers, but that's fine. There will be people that will actually read it properly and not ask you dumb questions like that, right? And take, for example, the Monaco, which you guys, I've seen a couple of people ask me about the Monaco. And the thing is, it sold yesterday, on Sunday, February 14th, Valentine's Day, to a kid named John in Calgary, Alberta. Now, the thing is, when he came up and was looking at the car, he didn't look too deep at it. He just wanted to make sure it ran and everything like that, and that was fine. Because I did such a detailed ad of that car, and I had YouTube videos, which he actually did the investigation to find more than just the one video that I had tagged in the ad. But yeah, and he was like, I really do appreciate actually you doing those videos, because coming from Calgary, you know, not too sure on, didn't want to waste his time, right? And I totally understand that, believe me, I've been there, done that. But anyway, so we're gonna do this video as if I was selling this car. Now the thing is, I'm just gonna show you certain shots you should do, and as well of just certain basic information. So let me pop the hood and we'll go from there, and I'll explain a little better here in a second. So, okay, first off, let me just grab the camera here. Something to do is, like, take a couple pictures of the motor, you know, like take one from like over here, for example. Take one here. And take one right about there, right? And then also, for any of the, any major sort of damaged areas or rust, you'll want a little more close-up pictures of those as well. But for the most part, like, obviously you'd have the hood down for this picture, but you know, take a picture there. And like, and the thing is, when you're doing these pictures for an ad, don't do glamour shots, because honestly that can hide so much. And don't do any editing in your photos, just leave them standard, right? So, you know, take a nice shot there, get a good side shot, right? So let's say about right there. All right, get a picture of the trunk, like of the rear of the car, right? And then get a picture of the other side. You don't go from like right about there, right? You want the whole car in the shot. So I don't have enough room because there's kind of a snow banket behind me. So, and then as well, you want to take pictures of the interior and also of the tires too, if you can. Because like if you look at the tires that I have on this, they are pretty much brand new, right? I don't know if you can see that too well. I think it was a little blurry, but apologies. But then as well, take, and like you want these pictures to be as detailed as possible. You know, take pictures of the inside, right? Take pictures of the door panels, the seats. Take a picture of the odometer. And then my car's a little bit of a mess right now, and it's just due to the fact that I drive it every day. And, you know, there's stuff in here that I need sometimes. You know, and sometimes there's just bottles of water and stuff like that. But yeah, like take a picture of all the seats and any potential damage on the interior. Like for example, with my dash pad. You see that crack in the dash pad up there? All of the cracks? Yeah. Take pictures of that sort of stuff, especially on a classic car. As well, you want to take pictures of the trunk and stuff like that. And the thing is, general rule of thumb with setting up an ad for a car is actually, I'm going to set you back here, is honestly, is to just be as thorough as possible when writing your ad and putting pictures out. Now, because the thing is, and my basis, because everybody can use Facebook Marketplace, it's free. When you're posting an ad on Facebook Marketplace for a full vehicle, you're allowed 20 pictures, right? So you can put 20 pictures up. And also, if you do just a general walk-around video, start up the car, you know, when it's cold, and do stuff like that, post it to YouTube, and then post that link in the description, and people will get a general walk around of the car too that way, right? Like for this thing, if I was going to write up the ad, I'd say A, how long have I owned it for, you know, what the car is. So, you know, it's a 1986 Ford Mustang LX convertible. I'd list all the options it has. I would also say of any issues it might have, like some of the minor stuff that happens with the vehicle, that's not the end of the world if you don't put that in the ad, because the thing is, they might ask for more information, and you can put that out there if needed, right? Like for example, with Lilo here, she runs a little rich. That's not the end of the world, and you know, that's something where you can put in the ad if you want to, and you can be as detailed with the ad as possible. That's fine. Like I tend to try and keep mine to about a paragraph long. Most people, like, there are a lot of people with super modified cars. Apologies, guys. So cold out here. Not super cold, mind you, but cold enough. Where they'll put every single mod that they've done on the car, which honestly that's a good thing to do as well, because if there's any mods that are done to the car, people want to know about that stuff, right? Because yeah, and this one's totally stock, and that's why I'm using her. And also the fact that I have her driving again, and testing out some things this morning, so. But yeah, you know, and as well, like, in detail, okay, not only because you took a picture of the odometer, however, also put what the odometer reading is in the ad. And as well, make sure that when you take your pictures, don't put up any blurry pictures or any pictures that don't have, like, any detail in them, right? Because everything does, like, it all makes a difference, right? And, like, Kijiji is another one I use. They only allow 10 pictures, though, so you can't be as detailed with the pictures as you can on Marketplace. As well as Auto Trader is the same way. They only allow 10 pictures as well. So beware when using services like that of your picture limit, and pick your best pictures. And you know, it doesn't have to be picturesque or anything, just your best pictures to show the details of the car. If it's also, avoid taking pictures when it's really dark. Make sure it's nice, you know, like afternoon type time. Maybe early evening, but not dark, right? Nice and bright outside. And And also, when you're writing an ad too, and you're putting pictures out, like if you want to put some little more picturesque photos, maybe like the first picture be a more picturesque photo of a nice background and stuff, that's fine. You can do that. But don't do that for every single one of your pictures, because it gives it a bad light, honestly, because it looks like you're hiding something with that, right? Like what I mean by that is just like, you know, you guys may have seen like on my Instagram, for example, which is Katarina's.garage if you're not following that. You'll see some of my pictures of the sun in behind the car, and it's kind of blinding the camera, but at the same time it's really providing a good picturesque image, but not necessarily getting all the details of the car, right? Stuff like that is what I mean. Because you can have a nice background and stuff like that, and also like something I've heard, I've never done this because there isn't really a nice area to kind of take pictures around here. Usually when I list a car for sale that's not out at Greg's, like I've sold a couple of cars for my dad in the past, I bring them here to this corner and I take pictures of them here because it's a big open space and you're not going to really disturb anybody doing it here or anything like that. There are trucks that come by and stuff like that, but other than that, you're fine. Yeah, let's see. Trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, as well, if you have, and something that everybody should do is keep all their maintenance records, even if it's just oil changes and stuff like that. Keep those, because that is valuable to the next owner, right? And if you do your own oil changes, well, you can just write it down, what mileage, what date, what oil you used, what brand, stuff like that, right? And just do it that way. You know, every little bit of information that you can put out there is great. And also, any work that's been done to the car, like for example, does it have a new steering rack in it? Did the power steering has that? Have you replaced that? You know, just stuff like that makes a big difference when it comes to selling a vehicle. Because again, I'll reiterate it time and time again. Details, details, details. And as you see, truck going by, they're staring at me like, what is this girl doing? I'm doing a YouTube video. Yeah, other than that, you know, it's just a basic video. I'd pop the trunk, but I'd have to grab the key and pop the trunk and show you the trunk, but why, you know, you guys get the basic idea. And as well, like, if people ask for more information, like, and don't be offended by people that will go into your ad, not really read it 100%, and then ask you something that's in the ad. Don't just say, by the way, that's in the ad, just read the ad. Just mention, you know, just say, hey, you know, this is what's been done, or whatever their question is, you know, if it's in the ad, just say that, and just go from there, right? Because there's no point in being rude. If you're a seller with a vehicle, you'll get a lot further with being really nice than being really rude, even if the buyer is being rude to you, right? Been there, done that. Trust me, I've had that. And I've only had one deal that didn't go the way I planned. I still sold the truck, but to that guy, but it was not pretty. I'm not proud of that. I ended up yelling at him, and I drove off. He kind of drove off too, and then he texted me and all this different stuff, and because he really wanted the truck, and because it wasn't actually the buyer that pissed me off, it was the friend or the brother that came along, and it was just like, oh, I think it was his cousin actually that pissed me off. So that's fine. But yeah, so that's just a quick little video here of kind of how to structure an ad a little more, and you know, like, because all of your basic information and your best information you put at the top of the ad. You put the mods more towards the bottom, because there are a lot of people that are not going to care about mods unless this is just like a full custom car. That's a little different. But you know, if you just have like a cold air intake or something like that, most people aren't going to care that much, especially with most cold air intakes. They don't do a thing for your car other than make it sound cooler. That's just a fact. Like, on this, it would make a difference. If you actually put a proper cold air intake on a car, it'll actually make a difference, but most aren't. So, with that in mind, yeah, I think I'll end this video here. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and yeah, as well, if you guys are interested in seeing what's going on with the Monaco, that I sold, the 78 Monaco, which I did a few videos on. There's a couple pictures on Instagram, and anyways, yeah, if you guys want to see what he's gonna do to that, which I think I've convinced him to keep it patina, which is like, yes, score one for patina, because he wanted to paint it, but yeah, I think I convinced him. So his YouTube channel is Teen Mechanic, and again, I'll leave that link in the description below for his channel, and hopefully you guys check him out. And honestly, he actually has a way better production value than I do. I just have my phone on a tripod, no editing, I upload it straight to YouTube. But he actually does editing in his videos and some fun stuff, and you know, it's a very small channel, but you know, he'll grow it out. It'll take time. That's fine. I've given him some tips on how to grow his channel as well. And yeah, anyways, I think that'll about it. Thank you guys all so much for watching. And again, if you haven't been here before, welcome to Ken Aaron's Garage. Hopefully you stay for further videos in the future. I do have some other videos I have it listed in self-help guides, and basically what they are is, I have, I think, 3 in there. I have tips on buying a vehicle, tips on selling a vehicle as well, and I believe there was the one of what to look for in a car that's been sitting, right? So, and there will be other ones like this in the future, but for now, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Hope you're staying safe during COVID-19. Good luck with everything you're working on, and as well, if you have something you're working on, let me know. I'm always curious of what guys are working on as well. And yeah, and as well, if you guys go over to Teen Mechanic's channel and subscribe, let him know I sent you, right? Just put in the comments on one of his videos, you know, Katarina sends her regards, or something like that, you know? Just have fun with it. But yeah, and as well, if you want to get a hold of me at any point, my YouTube channel, if you look in the description of my About section on YouTube, you will see my Instagram handle, as well as my email, too. And yeah, I prefer you guys do it on Instagram, but if you guys don't have Instagram, that's why the email's there. I will have a Facebook page set up in the future, but for now, I'm a small fish. There's no point in making a Facebook channel yet. So, or Facebook channel, Facebook page. That's what I meant. See, I stumble all the time, right? And I do this, but the thing is, and the reason why, and some people ask me, why do you do that? It's to show that anybody can do this, right? Anybody can go in front of a camera, provided that I don't even have a script or anything like that. I don't think about these videos. I just do them, right? And it's so much fun that way, right? And it shows that I've spent like no money on YouTube whatsoever. I bought the dash mount for my point of view videos. That's it. That was 22 bucks. The tripod is an old tripod I had lying around. You know, that's been like 15 years old, and it's attached to the top of a selfie stick. And that's what I put my phone in. That's it. You know, very simple sort of style. But anyways, I should end this here. I'm rambling. I'll chat to you all later. Hey, bye! Pikachu!